So, while I was back there,
I started thinking about a question. Is Skyrim the best game ever? Maybe. Maybe it is. Who knows? Where do I begin with Skyrim? I'll start with this. I've played a lot of Skyrim. Probably too much, as anyone should not play Skyrim as much as I have, and no one. And you know what the funny thing is? Me saying that is like, oh, I've played too much Skyrim. We've all played a little too much Skyrim. I mean, you could probably look up every video essay, every little tidbit, and be like, I've put too much time into Skyrim, and it would show their profile, and I have a million hours, and half of the time I would just fucking with the sex mods. Let's be honest here, we've all done it. But yeah, I've played too much Skyrim. And the funny thing about Skyrim is I feel like it gets a lot of hate. You know, it's a game that when it came out, it was universally praised. Oh my god, Bethesda did it again. We love Bethesda. We love a Bethesda thing. But now it's like the sewage water of video games. And no one appreciates it. Everyone shits on Skyrim. No one understands what it did good. They're all just, it's bad. Oh, the combat's bad, this is bad, it looks like poo-poo. And it came out in 2012. I hate Todd Howard. They released the game like 6 times. But I don't think that's true. It's still a good game. So, why? Well, that's where I have to get into it. What do you start with Skyrim? Do you introduce it? Does it need an introduction? It's a game where you run around and you slap things with your sword or your magic, and you lower their health bar, and if their health bar gets lower, you win. And at the same time as you're roaming around, there's a big fuck-off open world, and you get to do quest lines. Let's start with the combat. You want me to talk about the combat? What am I supposed to say about the combat? I just described it. It's like you run around, you hit things, and they get their health lowered, and your health stays high. And if that doesn't happen, you die. You want to talk about exploration? You walk. Sometimes you jump. Sometimes you climb up mountains you're not supposed to climb up. Sometimes you get a horse that climbs up mountains you're not supposed to climb up. You find people, you get quest lines. What is there to dive into? The specific aspects of Skyrim, I don't think bring the game to a very high level of praise. Like I said, the combat it's basically RPG combat, in the sense that you don't actually, like, the action part is not important. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by is RPG combat. So, most of the time, it's just who has the bigger number. Most of the time, it's going to be, does your weapon hit harder than their weapon, and do you have more health than them? And if you do, you win. And if you don't, you're basically right? It's not like Dark Souls. You know what I'm saying? You're not evading attacks, you're not moving in and out of things, you're not actually getting good at the combat system. It's more the only way to improve as a player is to understand what weapons are good, understand how to make your character stronger. But when you really look at it, the RPG mechanics are so bare bones. I mean, it's baby's first RPG. You have a smaller number at the start of the game, and when you get better, you have a higher number, and that's about it. There's the skill trees, and they give you certain things that are nice, but you're not making a build in the sense that there's a lot of like, oh, I can invest in this skill, and if I wear this, I do that, and if I do that, I do that. It's just a bunch of basic addition. The RPG mechanics are so bare bones that it doesn't promote a really worthwhile investment experience. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. If you've never played Skyrim before, the first thing you do, actually let me walk through the steps. So start the game, right? You start the game, pick your character, doesn't matter who it is, it doesn't matter, classes don't matter, races don't matter, pick whatever you want. They look hot, they look sexy, you should pick that one. Go to the tutorial area, get out of the place, set this up. Where are you getting executed? Whatever, get out of the execution area. Make sure you have around 50 gold, I want to say it is. You're in the north, you can White Run with the stables. Pay for the carriage, go to Dawnstar. When you're in Dawnstar, you have to make sure that the TBGE caravan is in town. You're going to head into town, take a slight right, go down that path. You're going to find a mine. Next to the mine, there's a tree and a stone. By the stone, there is a chest. You can't see the chest. It's actually like in the ground and it's hard to find. But if you move your cursor around enough, you'll find where the chest is. You take the chest, you take all the weapons in it, you're going to go back and you find the TBGE caravan. And you'll smack the lady who is selling you. That will reset her inventory in the chest, and then you can go get more enchanted weapons and stuff like that. We're dealing with the enchanted weapons, and you're bringing them to the Earl's place, and you're disenchanting them, and that will increase your enchanting level a lot. So you want to do that until you basically disenchanted everything. Until you can't disenchant anymore, and then you need to start enchanting things. So what you do is you get some iron, and then you're going to turn the iron over into daggers. You're going to make like 100 daggers, and you're going to enchant all of them with the soul gems you found in the TBGE. You do this until you're enchanting level 100, and then you enchant your weapons with your 100 level enchanting and do like 150 damage on swing, and you get like 2 daggers, and you're still starting. That's how you play Skyrim. So why did I say all that? Because I think it doesn't matter. If you do that, or if you just go and you're like, well, I want to play the game normally. I want to progress normally. I don't want to do all this cheap shit. Why are you telling me this cheap shit? I want to engage with the game. It doesn't matter. Because the thing about Skyrim is that you're not there for a specific thing. You're not there for the specific combat. You're not there to max out your... You're not there to engage with the RPG mechanics or the action mechanics. You're there to just sort of exist in the world. And so it doesn't matter if you're one-shotting things or hitting them 100 times, because really the best part about Skyrim is just sort of being in it. And it's something that people don't really talk about as much. When you get so nerdy about things like this, when you want to break down every single thing about why a game doesn't work right or why a game does work right, you want to bring up like, oh, this game is good, this game is good. The real question you should be asking is, does it have the sauce? What does that mean? That just means, is it just fun? And I'm going to say it does have the sauce. I know, controversial opinion. It's simple, really, you know? All they had to do was fill up a giant map with a bunch of towns and cities and NPCs and some quest lines to do, give them mediocre dialogue, give a normal story to go through, don't worry about it. And listen, don't tell anybody this, but you're in the game. You can get into the game. You can live in the game. Because that's how it feels. It's a sort of weird experience that I haven't gotten from a different game. And I don't think it's because Skyrim especially does it better than other ones. It's just the one that did it for me. Let me ask you a simple question. You can pick 2 options. First option, I'm just going to place you in 8th grade Brian. This is 8th grade Brian, summer, whatever, your fucking anxiety, you want to die, everything sucks. Everything is fucking awful. You want to exist in that, or do you want to exist as like a Khajiit with a dagger that does 200,000 damage? Cat person with 200,000 damage dagger, or horrible middle school depression? Huh? Pick one. And then I'm gonna ask you another question. Now you're older, right? You have like, even if you have like a stable job, I don't think, if you have a wife, or 2 million damage Khajiit with a dagger. Jokes aside, Skyrim is better at looping you into a world that feels like it breathes without you than other games. It's so much better at making you feel, at making you feel like you're connected to the real world, just like all these flies are. It feels like you're connected in a space of fantasy, better than some other games do. And this is because of things like how NPCs just sort of walk around and do their own thing all the time. It's because they filled the game with random events, so it feels like when you're just walking around town to town, you actually have stuff happen to you, as opposed to other games where it's just like, oh, I walk around and nothing happened, and it sucked ass. There's more merit to existing in the world of Skyrim than there is in a different game that may have better combat, it may have better RPG mechanics, it may have better writing, but they don't pull off that feeling of existing in a different world as much as Skyrim does. And I think that's what makes it special. So yeah, is Skyrim the best game of all time? It's pretty good. I played it a lot. It's alright. It's not a bad game. Yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, do I like Skyrim? I like Skyrim. Is Skyrim the best game in the world? No, I don't think it's the best game in the world. But I think it's a good time. But do I recommend you play Skyrim? Only if you're willing to engage in it the way I talked about. Only play Skyrim if you're willing to engage in the world and let yourself drift into that sort of escapism video game mindset. Is Skyrim like better than like Morrowind or like Oblivion? Yes. I like Morrowind more. You can say that, but that's a bad game. That game got old, man. That thing can't walk down the stairs anymore, man. That thing can't remember its own daughter's name anymore. Is it better than like Fallout 3 or like New Vegas? I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. I tried playing New Vegas. I didn't get very far. I could try playing it again. Is Skyrim better than New Vegas? Is Skyrim really that special? Is Skyrim really the GOAT of all things? Or did Bethesda do it better on other titles? Maybe we'll find out later. But until then, I hope you have a good one. I'm gonna get out of these woods where I buried dead people, and I'm gonna head back home. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Why are you still here? Why are you still here? What is wrong with you? Didn't I tell you to go play Skyrim or not play Skyrim? Didn't I tell you something? Do your fucking homework. What are you looking at me? Do your homework. Get a job. Jeez, man. Get a job. I'm right. I'm correct. You can't contest me. I like killing things. That's what I'm trying to say. I love murdering people. You think I'm out in these woods for just like some random reason? No. I got one body stashed over there. I got two right under me right here. I come out here all the time. Why do you think I know about this place, huh? It's because I kill people. Because I kill people and I bury their bodies here.